Hey, Mr. Clash here, and today we want to talk about this new troop combination I've been having a little bit of fun with, actually quite a good deal of success with. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you will know that I do love a good hog attack at Town Hall 9. And what I've been advocating is to, if you're going to bring in golems, make them your own golems, and if you're going to bring in extra hogs, bring them in the CC. So in this case, if you were doing a 2 golem attack, you'd have 24 of your own hogs and 6 in the CC. Well, what I've been having a little bit of a play with is instead of hogs in the CC, I've been bringing bowlers in the CC. Now, also with that, the bowlers do not get a rage spell. So the bowlers have been going in with the golems, but no rage spell. So it's a standard GOBOHO attack, as if I had 3 golems going in, but I've got 2 golems and bowlers going in, and saving the 3 heals for the hogs. Now you've noticed, if you've seen me talking about when people go with GOBOHO and then bringing a rage for the bowlers, and I'm not bringing a rage for the bowlers because I'm keeping 3 heals for my hogs. Now the reason I've been having a bit of a play with it, did test on a base that I could not 3-star this base in friendly challenge. After about 8 goes, I could not 3-star it with basic GOBOHO. Then I switched to this army combination and I 3-starred it first pop. So the difference was the bowlers were able to take out a few little side weapons as well. So in this case, I want to just talk about a little bit about the base identification here, or the method of attack. Obviously, I always advocate to try and take out threats to your attack. So in this case, I've got the hogs coming in. I want to neutralize threats to the hogs. That's a threat to the hog, that's a threat to the hog, and the queen's definitely a threat to the hog. And threat areas include this big spot where there could be double bombs in there. So I want to come in here, straight at the queen, take out the CC as well. So the jump spell is going to take out that. So that's the design of the jump spell. But there's a bit of a concern to my bowlers. So I'm asking myself, what could make my bowlers not go in? The things that can go down pretty easily, these mines will go down very easily, and these army camps will go down very easily to wizards. But this storage won't go down very easily at all. It won't go down quickly, not to one wizard. So the plan is to get wizards on this little thing here. So those wizards will path down this way and then start taking out that storage, and that storage will go down pretty quickly. Have some wizards over here to nuke that, and that way when I've got the bowlers coming in, that will be gone. The bowlers will come in, they'll just take a little bit of this stuff, jump into the core, and they can do a little bit of wrecking. At that point, keeping my eye on the queen, I don't really care which way I come into the base. I'm more concerned about the queen at that moment in time. Also, I do know where there are some threats. So if the queen's looking like she's going one way, then I'll put the hogs kind of that way. I'll just play it by ear. I can come in with the hogs here, I can come in with the hogs from this side. It doesn't really matter. But this is a clean-up attack, so I do know a little bit about the base. And what I do know about the base is that there is a bomb here where the wizard tower is. There's 2 bombs up here in this area as well. So I know where I am going to need the heal spells. So without further ado, let's have a look at this attack that I've just explained it to you. And then I'll show you a slight variation where you're bringing in wall breakers. But I've been doing a lot of attacks with this combo in war without wall breakers, and not even really concerned about getting too far into the base. So if I can jump in, take out the queen pretty easily, then I will do that. I'll jump in, take out the queen, and I won't really be concerned about trying to nuke the core, because the bowlers with their double bounce end up nuking the core. Now you can see I've done a pre-poison. The queen slowed down, so everything in the clan castle that's going to come out of the clan castle instantly goes into a poison. Baby dragon, of course, seems to be withstanding the poison a little bit better these days than previous. King's gone a little bit aggro, takes on the Valk, and the bowlers help take out the heroes, things like that. So that's all basically down at that moment. So send in a couple of hogs, take out that wizard tower. Now you can see the archers are distracted on this golem here with the bowlers as well, so that will play a part in a second. There we go. Golem, and Golem's distracting that archer. Not too long, and now just bring in the rest of the hogs. I've decided that's the way I'm going to go. The queen will shoot a couple of walls. She's over on that side. The golem and the bowlers are coming towards the wizard, so now everything should path up that way. And 45% of the base gone just before, probably a bit over 40% when I launched all the hogs. Now you can see the Tesla farm that just popped there, and I've got 3 hills up my sleeve, and you just know, even with the bombs in that location, they're not hog killing bombs, but with the Teslas, I know there are spring traps there, so I'm going to lose some hogs to springs. Like there's some, there's some, there's some. So 24 hogs, bowlers coming in, plenty of hogs, good heal spells, and you'll notice how quickly I've got the wizards down. Now I'm keeping this last wizard up my sleeve because I was intrigued to see which way the hogs possibly might have been going. Like sometimes you'd need to keep that wizard up your sleeve for this little builder's hut on the corner here or something like that. But in this case, I looked at the clock. I had plenty of time. I looked at where the hogs were doing, and I thought, no, that's pretty good. I can get that wizard down early. And I did get this wizard down up the top here. There was a little builder's hut behind the pecker up there. I got that wizard down pretty early up the top there. So just waiting for a bit of cleanup now. I'll just run through that. I'll just speed that up. There we go. There's that other bomb. We knew it was going to get triggered. Okay, so that's the first attack. Now I'm going to show you, look, we'll run through that one again, and I'll just run it at speed. So just so you can keep an eye on what I've done with the hogs here. So now that you've seen what I'm doing, how I've placed the wizards to try and get the, I thought I'd press play, to try and get the storage down quicker, the 3 wizards on that side, and the nice little funnel over on the right hand side. So the bowlers aren't going to be going anywhere now. Jump spell down, nice and early, got the king, got the queen in, bowlers will come in, and good funnel to get the bowlers in. Now keep an eye, I've got 4 wizards up my sleeve, so watch how fast I drop the wizards to try and begin the cleanup process, because you don't want to be delaying the wizards and then drop them after the hogs have done their work. Try and get that cleanup going pretty quickly. So here come the rest of the hogs in now. I've still got 4 wizards up the sleeve, and I'll drop the first wizard any second there at the bottom. There we go, first wizard's gone down, hogs have just gone in. I've got the next wizard's going to go up the top, and I'll put one on the left and I'll put one at the top as well. So there we go, wizard up the top and wizard up the left. I should be getting a wizard up the left there in a second. There we go. Knowing that this wizard was going to path up towards the builder's hut, and then this one here on the big storage. So you can see how getting the wizards down kind of early as needed just saved that little bit of time. So after this, we'll go have a look at one with a wall breaker version to show that it's the same troop combo. It's just that I've swapped out 2 wizards for a wall breaker. Alright, now this is a little bit of an easy base. You can see this is what we've got. He's kindly put flags in the middle to tell me where there's no threats, and of course you can just pretty well guess that where there are no flags there must be a bomb. So thank you for the flags, you've told me where everything is. So in this case, coming in with my neutralizing threats idea, I do want to take out this, get into the core. So any jump over here, I want to take out the queen. So the idea is to place a jump spell there, crack in the wall, hopefully get a golem here and here. It will distract the wizard. I don't really care which one the wizard shoots at. I'll put the wall breaker away from the wizard. So whichever one the wizard shoots at, if the wizard shoots at this golem, I'll put the wall breaker here. If the wizard shoots at this golem, I'll put the wall breaker over there. It doesn't really matter where they go in. Generally, they're going to be pathing through that compartment like that. And then, I'll play it by ear with the hogs. If I feel the hogs need to come in from this bottom side, I'll put them in from the bottom side. If I feel they need to come in from this top side, I'll put them in from the top side. It's just how I feel about it. Now, this is a cleanup attack, and I do know there is a bomb here. And I do know that if I cut the ring off, then the hogs will path in. In other words, if I get hogs on this and that goes down, then any hogs here have nowhere else to go. They will path in there first, straight over the bomb. So it's that kind of thinking with the hog attacks. So let's get this on the way and see how this transpired. Again, it's the same troop combination. Like I said, all I've done is swap out 2 wizards for the wall breakers. And we'll just speed this up a little bit. There we go. And there we go. So I've got the test weight. I'm looking at it going, oh my goodness. The golems have decided that they're both going to go together. So I've had to change the plan a little bit and send the wall breakers off to the side a little. Once the wizard tower, once the wizards have gotten down the pump, I can send in the rest of the troops. There's nowhere else left for them to go. They will have to path in. So you can see that they'll path in very nicely. Jump spell goes down. The jump spell is really, it's going to get the queen. So it didn't matter which box the queen decided that she wanted to stay in. The king was going to be able to get to her. There's a bomb has gone off there. Or the Teslas, 3 Teslas have popped there next to the expo. So they'll get taken out by the queen, bowlers and king. And with Now, have a look at this wizard at the bottom. I just left the skeletons to just let him die. I didn't put another wizard down there, and now I thought I'll come in from that direction with the hogs, and that's it. So I've come in with 24 hogs, pretty well 6 hogs on each of those weapons, and the ones in the middle, they had a few extra things to go down, so I knew that they'd go into the middle after that, into the core, and now you can just see there's only one more place left after this. Where there's only going to be a bunch of threats here around this area where the wizard and the archer tower is, so that's where I'll save that last hill. I know there's going to be a spring trap and all these little gaps, but I've got 24 hogs. I've got a poison up the sleeve. There goes the heal, there goes the poison, and that's it. Now wizard's going down very quickly again for the cleanup, just so that the hogs don't have to run around and do everything. So just keeping a slight little eye on the hogs, have a bit of a look around just to make sure, yep, that's ideal. I can get the wizards down, and that is it. So that will be it for today's video. It's a very powerful troop combo. I know that your basic GOBOHO mass hogs taking in 30-something hogs is very powerful as well. However, like I said, there was a base that I couldn't 3-star with hogs, even when I brought in 30 hogs. But when I swapped out 6 hogs for CC bowlers, then the base fell. And most of the bases I tried this on, they've just been falling much easier than if I had the extra 6 hogs, because the bowlers do a little bit of extra work than the extra 6 hogs might be able to do. So, question of the day, of course, we have the question of the day. So, what kind of shirt did Neil Armstrong wear when he was on the way to the moon? What kind of shirt did Neil Armstrong wear when he was on the way to the moon? He wore a polo. Because it was an Apollo mission. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for sticking around. Do leave the video a thumb up. Let me know what you thought of this troop combo, or if you have been using it. I do recommend to do it to practice. It's a pretty simple troop combination. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.